Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Have you had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet? If not, take a second, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. It's now October. We've been at home since March. How are your relationships changing? I thought today we'd look at relationships since COVID-19. You're at home with your family. You spent a lot of time with them, close, personal. And it can be a good thing at the beginning. You really get to spend more time, get to have a conversation, play some games, do some family time activities. And life is good. But some situations, relationships are evolving for the bad. The reason is people are spending too much time. They're stressed about money. They're stressed about being home all the time. The parents are afraid when the kids are going to school if they're safe, or the kids are doing school from home and the parents are trying to work. There's multiple stresses that have added, and a lot of family relationships are straining. The parents are getting short with the kids are getting annoyed and acting out, and the relationships between spouses are strained as well. So what can people do to make this not so hard? Because unfortunately, the reality is nothing's going to change anytime soon. The first thing is open dialogue and open communication is key. If you're having issues, talk to your spouse, talk to your children, tell them what's going on, how you're feeling. If it's a situation of money, be candid and talk about it. We're struggling because so-and-so's not, we're not getting as much money coming in because somebody's been laid off, or whatever the situation. Kids can handle the truth. I know we're supposed to protect children, but the reality is they need to understand why mom and dad are arguing all the time, or they need to understand why mom and dad are short with them. Talk to the kids about boundaries and rules during COVID-19 because they have changed. It's not, the weather's getting colder. We can't send the kids outside to play as often. And sometimes they're just going to be bored and they're not going to be entertained or kept occupied all the time. So they're going to want more of your attention. So you're going to have these open dialogues and open communication with whoever you're living with to make sure that the stress doesn't take over and that you make any rash decisions. Right now, domestic abuse has risen. The amount of abuse, substance abuse cases have risen, whether it's alcohol or drugs. And so many people are seeing divorces spike. This is a scary time for everybody, and relationships will evolve during this time. But it's also an opportunity to do something really different. A lot of people, when we look back prior to COVID-19, were go to work, go to school, come home, you're kind of sails passing in the wind, and you don't have that time to have a conversation and really connect with your family again. And that's why it was all new and friendly and exciting at the beginning. We need to get back to that point and try something different with our family relationships. Whether that's an activity that involves the whole family, or an outing that's safe for you guys to do once a week, or maybe start a project that's going to take a long time together. I've heard families starting to create puzzles together, or write stories, or working on the family tree. There's a lot of things you can do as a family to help improve relationships. But it's not only affecting relationships with the people that you live with, but your extended family. You're not able to see your loved ones. You can't go visit as often. So the relationships are still there over the phone, but it's not the same. And then let's talk about dating during COVID-19. It's non-existent. How do you date? If you want to start a new relationship, it's really challenging because you may meet somebody online and have conversations and it's all great, but you never really meet them in person because they're strangers. So new relationships are far and few between. And if they are, they're only virtual. So yes, COVID has impacted relationships all around the world. So let's think of a couple more solutions. We talked about open communication, trying new activities and trying to keep doing things together. But also, why not try doing things that will help us as individuals be better communicators? What do I mean by that? Think about your words before you say them. Think about your actions before you do them. You want to communicate effectively with your loved ones. And it doesn't necessarily mean that what you're doing is wrong, but just be clear in your messaging. Think, if you're upset about something, before you say it, how it's going to affect the other person. Perhaps it could be something you want to do and go and write out your thoughts or digest what you're going to say before you have that conversation with somebody, and never speak from anger or frustration. It's easy sometimes to do that because that's quick, it's instantaneous, but you don't know the impact you're having on that other person. COVID-19 is a scary time for all of us, and we don't want to lose any special relationships that we have with our family, our spouses, because of a situation that could technically bring us closer together. So how are the relationships in your life going during COVID-19? Are they stressful, or are they bringing you closer together? Take a look, reflect on them, and make sure that you do your very best to make sure that they last. Because people in our lives, our kids, our families, our spouses, are the most important people in our lives. Other people, friends, co-workers, they come and go, but family is forever. So take the time. Tell your family that you love them. Show them that you love them. And I hope that you have some time to do something special with them. Until next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and I'll see you next time.